You're listening to KEXP at 90.3 FM in Seattle. We're streaming live around the world at KEXP.org. I'm Cheryl Waters, and I am beaming from ear to ear because Perfume Genius is in the KEXP studios. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
It is so fantastic to have you here. And introduce your band for us real quick before you jump into some songs. Of course, we know Alan.
We do know Alan. He's on the synthesizers, a touch of singing, just a touch today. Tom's playing bass and guitar and a little bit of singing. If it's high up, it's him. And that's Hervé on the drums, all the way from Paris, France.
Wow. Well, welcome. It is such a delight to have you here following a big show at the Capitol Hill Block Party. How are you feeling today?
I feel good. Sorry, I'm chewing on a last-minute lozenge.
Do we need to wait for you to get that down?
No, I'm good. Last night was fun. Yeah,
I
really
bet.
fun.
I was actually at Trader Joe's on Queen Anne yesterday, and the person checking me out was talking about how much they wanted to make it over for your set.
Oh, I hope they made it. Yeah, it was
I
a good time.
hope they did, too. That was exciting. You've got to tune to KEXP, Perfume Genius, live. Take it away, kids.
Saw you payphone on rocker mission I still want to give it. I don't understand if you did. Must we live right before we don't even have to try? Wow, 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 wow. Note from your daughter, drawing of 3 flowers. I still keep it with me. Does she still want to sing? How long must we live right before we don't even have to try? Wow, wow. Wow, wow. Wow, wow. I hear the sound of a million drums with no I'm sick with it. Quiet. I don't blame you for wanting love. I'm kinda close myself. No love, no amount. Never enough to go around.
Perfume Genius live on KEXP. That is absolutely stunning from the new album No Shape that came out in May. How's it been performing these songs? It's been a few months.
Yeah, it's been really fun. Yeah, I feel like I'm letting loose a little more. Like I'm not phasing in and out of being kind of terrified and confident. It's like the confidence is sort of stretched a little more than the last album's tour.
I love that. I think of you, I don't want to make any presumption, but I do feel like I've seen your confidence grow. The very first time we had you in studio, which feels like it was almost 10 years ago,
Yeah.
you seemed fragile. The songs were so beautiful. They themselves were very fragile, and we've just seen you grow, the songs getting stronger and bolder. And I guess that makes sense as a person just matures in general in life. But I'm curious, how have the songs in your mind grown over 4 albums?
I mean, I guess the music only feels good when it makes me really uncomfortable to write and to perform, you know, when it's even a little bit out of my range or requires more of me than maybe I naturally have in the moment, you know. But I've kind of done that with each album. Even though it started really meek and quiet, that was a lot for me to do at that point, you know. And so I just keep adding stuff on and doing it even though I'm afraid, and then eventually it becomes a little bit of second nature. And I think that's happened for, you know, like 8 years.
That's a beautiful story. What song are you going to do next?
It's called Wreath.
I wanna have them with no shade. I wanna feel the days go by, not stay good. Running up that hill, I'm gonna call out every name till the one I'm meant to take sends it done. I see the sun go down, I see the sun come. I'm moving just beyond the flame. I see the sun go down, I see the sun come. I see a wreath upon the grave. Body gives away and shuts up. I see the sun go down, I see the sun come up. I'm moving just beyond the frame. I see the sun go down, I see the sun come up. I see a wreath upon the grave.
Perfume Genius live on KEXP. As powerful and beautiful as all of your albums are, there is nothing like seeing you bring these songs to life on stage. It's absolutely magnificent.
Thanks.
You've built up quite a passionate fan base over your years of making music, and people love to see you perform live. You talk a little bit about success in this album, and I'm just curious how that has felt to you and where you feel with that right now.
I think in the beginning, I just essentially didn't know anyone would ever hear it. So when I was writing music, it was very much for me, and it was like a therapy. Like I brought my family and friends into it a little bit, but it was pretty selfish, I think, at first. But after playing shows and getting letters and things like that, I just carry those people with me when I write. And I think that's changed the music. And I think since my confidence and anxiety is down, a touch, I'm actually able to look out into the audience while I'm playing, and I don't know, the energy feels a lot more circular instead of just being kind of witnessed having emotions, which is what it felt like in the beginning. It feels more like a shared thing. I mean, in a good show.
We've felt those emotions in your songs. You've clearly written about what you're thinking about, what's important to you, and I'm curious what themes that you consciously were exploring on this record. There's a song about Alan, who's been on this journey with you the entire time. Have you ever played a show without Alan?
No, we played every single show together. From the first show, it was at the Bear Project here, I guess until this one. We've played together, yeah.
How do you feel that you are representing yourself in these songs right now, thematically? Again, I mentioned that song about Alan.
I don't know. It's weird because you never really know what the themes are, until you're done and you kind of see what words you repeated over and over and over in your lyrics. I think I say body 90 times, so there's some body stuff, whatever that means. I guess I don't really know. That's why I keep trying to write about it, try to figure it out. A lot of it's about leveling up. I don't know if that part of that's personal, part of it is all the sci-fi I read. It's more like transcending, trying to I don't know, break through the limits of your brain and body or reach some other unknown plane, trying to unlock stuff.
These songs, some of them are quite big, and I understand that you start writing the songs on piano, but that you don't always think that that's how they're going to end. I'm just curious how that worked for this record and when you took it in studio. How did that come together?
Very much more this album too, just because I have practice going in the studio, and I didn't want it to be centered around piano. I knew I wanted it to be guitars. I wanted it to sound really bandy and American in a weird way, like my version of that, but I wanted it to still be kind of messed up and prepared in a subversive way, but be with guitars. And that's why I worked with Blake Mills, my producer, just because he has a way of playing that has that familiar warmth of a band, but there's something always kind of off about it, always something kind of sharper or strange that keeps it fresh. And I like it when it's fresh. So,
well, it's a beautiful album. No Shape. We're live in the KEXP studios with Perfume Genius, and you've got a couple more?
Yeah.
Free, got it singing through your body, and I'm carried by the sound. Every drum, every single beat, they were born from your body, and I'm carried by the sound. Oh, ooh, love will never break the shape we take. Oh, ooh, baby, let all them voices slip away. Don't look back, I wanna break free. You never see 'em coming.
Perfume Genius live on KEXP. No Shape, the newest album out on Matador Records. Mike, I always love your videos. I still regularly watch ones from Too Bright. And a lot of times I'm surprised to find out that videos that feel so personal don't even really have the band's input. They just, make something, an idea that someone else brings to them. I'm curious how involved you are with your videos and artwork in general.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know compared to everybody else, but I feel I'm really into that part. Sometimes, especially with videos, it's more I'll have for Queen, I had the boardroom scene where I kind of stalk across like a conference table. And originally I wanted to do that for 4 minutes, But then Cody Shun, my director, had some big shrimp, some baby pigs, some other it ends up being more of a collaboration. But I think I always come up with the initial vibe and mood and a couple ideas.
It seems like so much fun.
Yeah, it's super fun. Yeah, and that's the other best part about it is that you end up being able to do things like when you're a little kid that you wish, if you're ever in a music video, I want to do this. And I've gotten to do a few of those.
It seems like a lot of people have come to you to guest or to do some covers. You did the Day of the Dead cover with Sharon Van Etten that the Dessner brothers put together. How often does that happen where people are wanting to collaborate with you now?
I don't know. I've done a few times. It's always really fun. I've done it where I've gone into the studio and I've also done it where I'm halfway across the world and just send things back and forth. You know what I mean? It feels good, and I'm really lucky that all the people that have asked me to do it, it's been almost really flattering because I've admired them all so much.
I imagine that's fun, and it's really fun for us to see you pop up, in these unexpected places.
Yeah, and I got to do it myself on this album, and I had Natalie from Wise Blood sing on my song, which that's my first special guest.
What a great choice, too.
Yeah,
that album,
amazing.
Totally arresting, took me by surprise. That was one of my biggest discoveries last year.
Yeah, I love that song. And we wrote it together, too. So it's one of the only songs of mine that I might listen to on my own.
Did that experience make you want to do that more on upcoming records?
Yeah, for sure with her. Just because she's incredible. She's such a good writer and such a good singer. She's got a good brain and a good heart.
Well, again, very good choice on that one.
Thanks.
The new album from Perfume Genius called No Shape, and Mike and the band got time for one more?
Yeah, I think it's just going to be just me.
Okay.
Isn't that right? I'm going to play a cover on the piano.
I first saw you, it was at a party. Thought you were a queen, and so flirty. I saw saw you staring out in space. I next saw you. You had on blue jeans. Your eyes couldn't hide anything. I saw you breathing out, and I saw you staring out in space. Oh, I want you. Oh, I want you. Want you like a kangaroo.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks to all of you for coming in today. It's always such a pleasure to see you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for having me.
You're listening to KEXP Seattle. That was so beautiful. That went too fast.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.